My fellow graduate friends, and Draxton, beloved faculty, also Fleming, supportive parents, doting grandparents, media maybe, and badly lost tourists. It is my honor to have this opportunity to address you today. As my opening may foreshadow, my plan for such a brief speech is to offer a few lighthearted acknowledgements and one or two entertaining observations. With these few short moments I've been allotted, economy of words counts, and scope must be limited. So I will spare you some of the more hackneyed themes, sweeping advice to go forth and make your mark on the world, or self-congratulatory bombast on what I've learned in life so far that could inform you on just how to do that. By my rough estimate, there are maybe over 100,000 years of collective life experience embodied in this audience, and my sense is that it would be the height of hubris for any 17-year-old to be preachy right now. So that's my plan.
You're here.
Or at least it was, until my rough draft was seen by faculty review to be too superficial. Maybe not somber enough for this occasion. So I've added two other things. One specific thing I've learned in high school, and the indulgence of just one lone piece of advice. I'll announce them when I get there. I'll start with the acknowledgements. We should express heartfelt gratitude to our parents, on whose shoulders we have stood and occasionally cried. Those without whose selfless taxi service, maid service, meal service, homework reminding service, and as importantly, bill paying service, we would not be here at all. I add a personal thank you to my mother, who's added, "For God's sake, do your online English service," enabled me to even graduate. You selflessly and tirelessly gave yourself to raising me. You brought me into this world after 40 hours of excruciating labor. Or is it up to 50 now? You showed a saint-like patience during the first 6 months of my life when I had colic and cried continuously. You have been my compass in navigating the tempest that is high school. You gave me well more than I deserved for being such a brat to you. With a beauty that defies your age, you could easily pass for a woman 15 years younger. Wait a minute. I didn't write any of this. Mom, I told you not to mess with my speech. Gorgeous. Teresa. Angelic. I also plan to thank others who have been pivotal in our growth in these past 4 years, a mere sample of whom comprises the school board, the teachers, the counselors, the administration, the coaches, the cafeteria workers, and the librarians. I would like to thank all of these, but I can't. You see, my speech is strictly limited to 3 minutes. That's right, someone didn't trust me to speak for more than 180 seconds without putting you all to sleep. Does it feel like our time together just began? Well, it's halfway over already. In fact, just in explaining these temporal shackles to you, I've already squandered another 1/6 of my time. Nonetheless, I want to share an observation associated with the college applications process. I think it's fair to say that the special joys of test taking, essay writing, and financial aid scrounging will be something we are happy are in the past, and they come often with a poignant angst. If not before and during, then most certainly after they were sent off and we enter the nail-biting stage. One of the things I've learned in this process is that the pool of applicants to certain selected colleges simply teems with talent, academic and otherwise, and that admissions committees select from that pool to try to piece together a varied mosaic which coalesces into its next freshman class. While many ostensibly better qualified applicants are often waitlisted or outright rejected, the committee strives to find those pieces to their jigsaw puzzle, which combine synergistically to form the face of an undergraduate student body. No college aspires to admit a demographically monolithic class in some robotic process, blind to anything but the starkest of meritocracies. Ethnic diversity and economic diversity get lots of ink, but I now know that less widely acknowledged factors considered by some universities include an applicant's gender, nationality, intended major, and regional origin. My good friend and this year's PCHS valedictorian, or should I say, valedictorian, will attend California Polytechnic State University, or Cal Poly. Upon reviewing the matriculation yield after May 1st, their Dean of Admissions was dismayed to realize that an undesirably low number of white males from southern states had opted to attend. This prompted him to enact a waitlist recruitment initiative referred to internally as Polly Want a Cracker. That was funny, wasn't it? My faculty censor didn't think so. She said it wouldn't fly. This prompts me to share that one thing, the most recent thing, in fact, that I've learned while in high school. I've learned that when people hear you're going to make a speech, many of them can't help but try to insert things or pressure you to delete things. And here comes that one promised piece of advice, which actually isn't so much advice as it is my own plan. When viewed as a metaphor, your life is your speech. Your 3 minutes to say it how you think it ought to be said. People may try to importune you to live it as they would prefer by trying to insert their agendas or pressuring you to shy away from statements they meekly view to be politically incorrect. Hackneyed advice or not, how are you ever going to make your mark on the world if you allow that to happen? Still, there is at least one sliver of truth to that mostly made-up cracker joke, which with supreme irony I now must confess I had to shoehorn in at the insistence of my dad, thereby earning forgiveness for the fact that I recently drove his car into the Jordanelle. This bit of truth concerns the special limbo that is the dreaded waitlist. While a few of my classmates know of my good fortune and acceptances, most do not know that I too was waitlisted at some good schools. For those sitting on pins and needles for a yes or no, being waitlisted can be a purgatory, seemingly more agonizing than outright rejection. One which involves an ignominy that feels a lot like being asked as someone's second choice to the prom, which also happened to me this year. Wait, I have to go? But I have more. 3 minutes is stupid. No, I'm finishing. It seems I'm about to be yanked away from the podium by a shepherd's hook. But before I go, I feel it is important that I, as your salutator John, acknowledge you, my classmates. To all of you, I say thank you. Every single individual sitting before me has, if only in some small way, enriched my high school experience. Except for Ian Painter, who actually detracted from it. He cruelly denied me my lifelong dream of being valedictorian. The insensitivity he displayed in working as hard as he did and being as intelligent and likable as he is may very well be something I can never forgive. Thank you.